Hey, good morning, guys. Hey, have you guys heard of problem reaction solution? In other words, called the hegelian dialectic, where basically what happens in history at times is governments or things like that will create a problem by design to get your reaction and then to come in with the planned solution where the whole plan the entire time was to basically bait you like a fish on a hook and then create some sort of problem for you to come in and then them come in as your savior. So they basically one entity behind the whole entire trick that's tricking you. Well, I would propose that that is exactly what's going on here with this message to humanity that they need to worship a god in order to defeat some sort of enemy and gain power from this god with this ongoing battle between God and Satan, and that unless you give your sovereignty, your individual essence and sovereignty, permission of your soul and your life essence over to an outside entity, that not only are you basically going to be a bad person that's a sinner and not be forgiven by this God, but you'll end up in a form of hell or whatever type of religion factor. They basically all the same on that. It's basically you'll be punished if you don't give your sovereignty away. And in addition to that, that you need to do this ongoing worship of this entity in order to receive blessings and favor, to have a protection over your life because there's this enemy that's seeking to get you. Well, what if that enemy was actually the one proposing the idea the whole time? Like the Hegelian dialectic in that. What if it's the problem reaction solution and the whole plan for you was to give your individual sovereignty and essence and power and basically your energy away, if not daily, weekly at church, ongoing, in giving everything away to this entity for protection, not only by threat, but then on top of that to get you to worship it. I would propose that that's pure evil. I'm not the only one talking about this. This has been around for a while. You can look into the Gnostics, the Cathars, and just people nowadays that are walking around that aren't going along with this. And anything that is that's a savior program that wants you to give your individual sovereignty rights over to it, I would not do that. You have such a great strength within yourself that just the condescending proposition that you need to do that in order to be saved, and in addition to that to gain some sort of favor or power, is really just pure evil and sick. And I just wanted to point that out on this channel. We're looking at something here that says ways worship is a spiritual weapon to defeat the enemy. Well, I would say that that is the enemy. The enemy is trying to get you to give your life away. The enemy does not want you to stand in your own power. The enemy wants you to believe that you need it, and on top of that, it wants to take your energy, and worship is evil.